collaboration point of view is. So being very strong in that is important.
Okay. Are you with us? Are you with us? Just a recap. Now she's talking about her journey thus far, how she started. She's touched on how, of course, one of her biggest, I guess, showcases was the Paris Fashion Week. But more importantly, sticking to the vision that she had for her brand, and that consistency is what has brought you here today. Well, let's move on very quickly now, because you've also worked with very big, global brands, as it were. I think when I was doing my research, I saw you've worked with Apple. Yeah, she's worked with Apple. You've worked with Vogue as well. You've also worked with Date. So, what has been your biggest lessons about collaborations on that level? Because when I think about collaborations, Apple is definitely on there. They're one of the top, corporations in the world. Talk to me about the challenges faced and how you were able to overcome it.
I always try to incorporate things that I use every single day. So my most recent collaboration was with Tate. So Tate is a really massive museum gallery space in London, which they have at different institutions across the UK. And from the beginning, when I was studying at the Royal College of Art, I was all about creativity and being artistic. And then, of course, like my Jamaican background is a big part of it, but I didn't want that to overshadow my interest in art. So I was like, I really want people to see different sides of my brand. So the collaboration with Tate has made so much sense because research for me is so important. Yeah. So that's how I kind of thought about it next in terms of like what sort of collaborations work. And I think about my brand in the future and what I want to become. I guess my inspirations have, slightly come across with people like Virgil, for example. He was really good at creating collaborations and also expanding the world. And other designers have done that. That's been really interesting in the world building.
What was it? I tried to imagine what that must have been like for you. How did it come about? Let's even just take Apple, for example. How did it come about? Was it them seeing your work? Did you have to reach out? What was the entry point for you? Because I really think about it. You are an example to young designers. But a lot of people in the room might not necessarily know where to begin. Yes, it's important to start your work and be excellent at it. But what was that entry point for you?
Oh, definitely the internet. So I guess when I first started my brand, I used Instagram, Facebook, all the social media channels to connect people, and that's what's really important to me. So whether it was, there's always like the people say the third one, there's someone that knows someone that can connect with someone else. So being very vocal in my dreams and my ambitions has really helped. And I think whenever I've said something, it's actually just end up having more manifesting in some sort of way. So working with Apple is, I guess, something I use every single day. It's in the studio, we use it by Photoshop and all of our systems and our references and that sort of thing. So it was like, okay, this is just a straightforward collaboration that I just go to work and I can actually be passionate and talk to them in terms of pitching the deck, so them understanding exactly how I want to work with that company.
Okay, just wanted to check again. Can you hear her? No. Fantastic. She's talking about the power of collaboration, right?
Yeah.
Being able to, be as ready as possible when the time comes.
Yeah.
Get the best out of those kind of collaborations. Fantastic. We'll be taking questions soon, don't worry. It's a 1 hour class. And by maybe 3:30 or 3:45, we'll go around the room and take questions. I know that outside of this, you have a lot of questions for Bianca, as it were. Now, let's move on now to my very next question, which really is about scaling creativity, right? Now, what does growth look like for a designer who is intentional about authenticity? Because you can measure success with money, right? The amount of money you make, and that's great. But when you talk about being authentic to your brand, that's something that really stood out for me when just reading up about you. So in that light, how do you measure success and say, okay, I'm still being authentic, I'm not being, I'm not trading my ideas for, what the person I'm collaborating with
This year has been really something for me that I focused on community building. So I was able to show in Hong Kong